Hi everyone, it's Michelle Donahue with Artworks Resin Canada. My tripod is not working. Hopefully it doesn't fall into the resin, my phone, but I've got it taped up. So I'm going to hope for the best here. And I have put together a beginner, kind of a basic, I guess, geode kit for people who like to try something new, a new resin project, if they have not already done something with the geode inspired, gemstone inspired pieces. So I already have my resin mixed, and I put my powder and paste in because I'm kind of like shorter videos, and I will put the information together in another video showing how to prep things ahead of time. So I've got the two purples, a paste and a powder, and the gold, the rich gold from Color Passion that I'm going to work with. And I have some glitter as well from Color Passion. The grape, just gorgeous glitters. I'm going to let that settle, then I'll probably pour the rest of that in there. Sometimes it settles down again afterwards. So I've laid out my glass, crushed glass. You can do all kinds of different styles. There's no rules. Art, you can create anything you like. I have taped the bottom of this 8x8 wood panel off, and I've taped the sides as well. I didn't really want this one to run over the sides. Sometimes people do like having the sides covered, so there's an example of having it run over the sides on a black geode I did in a workshop. And let's see, do I have one? Yes. Here's a couple of examples of some where the sides, it didn't run over. I had them taped and then I just painted them afterwards. A lot of people like the clean sides, the clean edge. That's what they call it. Some like the wood sides. I like both. My family often says let it run over the sides. They like the effect. I'll do both. I think I prefer the clean edge, but as I say, I kind of do both. So I'm going to stir. This one is the Color Passion Amethyst powder. Just going to give it a stir. And then I'm actually going to also mix the Purple Passion. I was going to use a darker one for this particular project, but decided to go with this purple. Now, when you prime your canvas, you don't have to prime it with white. You can prime it with any color you want. Some people actually like to paint their design on first and then do the resin over top. It does help add to the depth of the piece if you do that. But that just means you have to wait longer for it to dry. If you do an acrylic base, it must dry for not just to the touch, but actually cure all the way through. So I don't usually have the patience to wait the 2 weeks for acrylic paint to dry all the way through. So just a base coat for me, or a primer sealer if you're using it on wood is always best. But this is, when you're using the paste or liquid pigments, sometimes it's best to wipe a little bit off on your stick on the end, pick it up, and then stir it back in so you don't get clumps. And then I set my stick on the side. And I'm just going to squeeze this cup. I have way more resin mixed than I need. When I'm doing the geode inspired pieces, I do like to mix extra resin because sometimes I want to go over top of areas and add more lines with the resin, so I have to use more than what it typically calls for. So I'm just going to go in the middle, and when you're working, go right off the sides. You don't want, whether you have it taped or not, you don't want to stop partway through because then it'll show up in your design at the end. So you want to, I'll probably add some more of that dark in. I'm just going to get this lighter amethyst color stirred a bit better and add it. It's quite a rich purple, that purple passion. There is deeper. I will do another one with the deeper as well, but I wanted to use these colors specifically as a lot of people like the purples. So I'm going to go on the side here of this one. Again, I'm going to go off. And a lot of people forget to make sure that their corners are covered. So when you heat it up, it's going to spread out some more, so you will be able to cover your corners a bit more then. Now that I have all my lighter color used up, I'm going to fill in with a bit more dark. And I'm just going to wipe my hand here quick. When you go to grab your torch or heat gun or blow dryer or manipulating tools, whatever you decide you're going to use, it's good to grab either a wet wipe or a paper towel. Wipe off the glue, the resin on your gloves. Sometimes if I only have a tiny bit, I'll wipe it off and I'll just use the same one to grab my torch. As you can see, these tools, if you don't, often end up with epoxy and other pigments on them. After I kind of have it poured, I can give it a quick torch just to remove